Howdy, folks. Yeah, it's been a day or two, eh? Beard's a little longer, but the motor's on hold right now. Can't seem to get a hold of the bike shop. So, whatever. It's all good. But it snowed for the first time since we got back. And I'm going to jump on the quad and go deal with it. So, just for some content, give you guys something to see if you haven't seen it done the way I do it with my quad. I've got a bunch to do, so I'll try and do some videoing and we'll see if it turns out, right? So, and it's only like -4 right now, so not too bad, because I think in another beginning of next week, it's supposed to go down like -20. So I don't want this stuff freezing and having to drive over it. More so my wife's car. And it's only about 5 inches deep, 4 inches deep, somewhere in there. But my wife's car's low and has a spoiler in the front, so I want to do the street because they always neglect our street. And they save it till last. Highways are first. So I'll get that done and go have some fun. This is actually what keeps me alive in the wintertime because I like riding the quad and, you know, doing stuff. So let's go check it out. Okay, all set up. Got the gear on. Hopefully it's enough. Oh, I hear the sound of snowblowers. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jerry was obviously out and he did a little bit of shoveling. So, well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to move my truck, grab my car keys. So, yeah, I guess I better grab those. Plus, I got the back to do. So, better grab my car keys. Hold on. Yeah, just a little bit of snow. Like I said, it's the first time it snowed. What are we, like January 30th or 31st or something today? So, I'm gonna open the back gate here. Got some snow built up on it, so hold on a second. I mean, normally, well, I can drive through this, it's not a problem. But when it gets freezing cold, then it becomes crusty and crappy and just don't want to deal with it, right? Yeah, I can't get a hold of my motor builder guy. I don't know if he's ditching me or what the story is, but we'll see. He's kind of the guy I want to use to deal with the bike. I don't really know anybody else. I don't really trust a lot of people. Okay. So I don't have the technology to get this camera to work properly on the old quad. So I'm just gonna have to set it up from a distance, let you guys see some stuff. And yeah, I'll give it a shot. Camera keeps moving. Well, there we go. So yeah, I had to put the Canuck, I don't know if you can read it, the Canuck toque on, because that is Canadian, and I had to get more gloves. Thumb was getting cold. But I don't know if I can turn this around. There we go. So driveway's done. I don't care about where the quad's parked. Jerry's parking spot's done. I did a little bit all the way down the slope to the front door. And I always do all the way through this bend on the other side of the street. I don't care so much about this side, because when the plow comes, I don't care. But when it comes this way, then he plows it all up and he puts it in front of my driveway. So I haven't had issue, 16 years. And then I do the street, because the wife has to get all the way out to the main street. I do the neighbors, and it works out well. So I don't know how long that took me. Maybe 45 minutes, an hour. Then we'll cruise in the back. But yeah, I'll show you the back. So I just poured concrete stairs, if you would have seen in one of my other videos. I poured concrete stairs, but Jer likes to use the slope to walk up and down through the gate here. So I just plow that, and he'll shovel it up later, right? Stairs are shoveled. But yeah, a couple motorcycles, some flamethrowers, and now we'll go do a little bit of the backyard. I don't really need to get into the back very much, but we'll just knock it down a bit. Well, that's done. I know it only looked like probably a few minutes because I could only time lapse. I couldn't get anything on the quad. I don't have technology to mount it properly, and I can't ride the quad with one hand. I mean, I can, but usually it's not a very good idea. So, yeah, I got the whole front street done. The driveway's down below. Got my little alleyway done into my shop. That's all good. Cleaned up a little bit with the shovel. Yep, got the neighbor's place is done. It's always nice. We have a older lady that lives across the street, and I like to do that for her all the time. And then we got other neighbors across the street. They're young, but I don't mind doing it. It's actually the only thing I look forward to in wintertime is plowing everything. And like I said, this is the first time it's snowed since we got back from the Philippines. But now you can see, you know, why I want to live in the Philippines. I know it won't be forever, but I definitely left to live in the Philippines, so I don't have to deal with this stuff anymore. The cold, you know, and that's exactly why, you know, after spending whatever, 2 hours, 3 hours outside, feet are a bit cold, you know, hands are cold, face is cold. I mean, it wasn't freezing cold out today, it was only -4, but the weather's gonna change here in another 2-3 days and go down to like -25 or something. And if I don't plow the street, because they always neglect us, my wife's car's low, and the spoiler, once that snow freezes, probably rip the spoiler off. I mean, she plows the snow as it is, you know, car's only maybe 3 inches off the ground, the front spoiler. So when you're, yeah, I just don't want to fix the car. I don't want to fix it. I have to take care of the car all the time anyway, but I don't have to fix stuff if I can, you know, avoid it. But, you know, have a whiskey after this, warm the body up a little bit, you know, because it's cold out and I don't have a hot tub. But it all worked out well. You know, somebody's going to say, well, why do you do the whole street? And it's like, well, on my side of the street, because it's the where it's like 2 streets that are horseshoed. It's basically a horseshoe. And I worry about my side of the street. I worry about going out to the main street, as you saw me, because the wife drives out that way. I don't do the opposite side of the street. I don't push the snow right to the edge, because when the plow comes the other way, well, I don't care, it's on that side of the street, but I get most of it off. But I do go up towards through the forest there, and I get the bend, and I go whatever, you know, 100 feet or whatever, 150 feet, and that way when the plow comes back the other way on my side of the street, he doesn't load my driveway full of snow. Because anybody that lives in the northern hemisphere, they have issues with the snow plows. You know, you shovel your driveway. There's so many hysterical videos on YouTube about someone shoveling their driveway. 2 minutes later, the plow truck comes by and dumps like 3 feet of snow, like 3 feet thick, right in front of the driveway that you gotta, and it's a lot harder to move that, you know. That's why they invented the snowblower, to chew through that instead of breaking your back shoveling it. So I kind of preempt that, and I plow way down. So by the time he gets in my driveway, he's got no snow on his plow. Doesn't bother me in the least. At least I don't have that speed bump, you know, coming into my house. Got everything done. I don't think there was anything else special. Look out for cars when you hit the main street. In the back here, you know, came out onto the street. I forgot to look, and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, there's a truck there. It's a good thing I kind of was only at the top of the grade there, and I wasn't right on the street. And yeah, it's works out well. Usually I get a bottle of whiskey or something at the end of the year from the neighbor, 1 or 2 of them. I have had 2 people show up with bottles before, and that was kind of nice. Doesn't happen often, but whatever. This is a Canadian way, man. Help your neighbor. And drink some whiskey. Drink good whiskey, right? Canada, we have Crown Royal, right? It's awesome whiskey. It's good whiskey. Better than bourbon. I'm not a big fan of bourbon. Bullet bourbon's actually pretty good, but anyway. Now it can get cold and I don't have to worry about it. It actually started snowing again about 5 minutes after I stopped, but it kind of went away, thank God. They are calling for more snow, but I don't think it's gonna hit. Usually it won't snow when it's colder than like -5, -6. It usually won't snow. I don't know. Mother Nature's weird that way. So I'll figure something out for a video next. Just, you know, waiting on work. Cheers. Peace out.